Hello and welcome back to Johnson Branch Farm. My name is Rachel, and in today's video I'm going to talk about how I am sort of easing my way back into meal prepping, meal planning, and buying in bulk. I really got off track with this when I was pregnant. I had a really hard pregnancy, and if you're new here, our fourth child was born premature, so that really threw off all of my grocery planning and budgeting and meal prepping. But he is now 7 months old, so I don't really have an excuse. So I am easing back into it. I still have 4 children. We have a homestead. We have a lot going on, but this is important. You know, as most Americans, we are feeling the rise of food prices, and I need to be really doing my part and being diligent in what we eat and what I buy at the store. So Mondays, I like to make that my food prep day if the day will allow for it. I like to make bread. Making hamburger buns. I like to make at least a couple meals ahead of time, whether we eat them for lunch or for dinner. You know, just something that I can grab that is healthy and will keep us out of a drive-through, if I'm just being honest. We also live in a very small house. We live in about 300 square feet. I believe it's 500 if we include our lofts. I don't have a lot of pantry space right now, but I'm just doing my best to buy in bulk where I can and store it and just kind of squirrel it away wherever I can find space for. My husband is a pastor and also works part-time for himself. I stay home with the kids, so we really live a very simple life. We live, I guess you would say, off the grid. Our house is run by solar. We don't have any utility bills. We have very minimal debt. So because we have been blessed to live in that situation, it makes up for the fact that I'm home. But that being said, I still have to be really creative with our grocery budget. That's sort of the one thing that can kind of get out of hand really fast. So a few ways that I am able to cut corners in their grocery budget. I try to keep us around $500 a month, give or take a little bit. More give. But a few ways I'm able to stay around that number is by cooking from scratch, just buying ingredients. We hunt, fish, and we grow our own food. I know there's some expense into that, but the results, what we get out of it, far outweighs whatever monetary, whatever we have to put in money-wise. So this month I am going to place an As Your Standard order and buy a lot of our staples in bulk. I'm hoping those will carry us through the rest of the year. I am also going to go later on this week and buy our beef directly from a farm. We have a local man here that sells grass-fed beef for a really good price. So I'm going to get enough for the month from him, as well as eating what's left in the garden and our pantry, eating down the freezers. We have a lot of meat still in the freezers, so I'm going to be cooking that up and eating it. We have some chickens left. We also have some venison, so I will be getting really creative with our meals and just trying to make everything stretch as much as possible. I've never been a big proponent, I guess you would say, of buying in bulk. I've never really had the money to invest up front. So I've always just kind of budgeted week by week, but I'm going to try it now that things are getting a little tighter than I like, and hope that it really does save out in the long run. Azure's been kind of hit or miss in our area, and we finally have a new drop open up not too far. So I'm going to give it a try, and I'm really hopeful that this is going to work out for our area and for our family. I do not want to compromise quality food and ingredients just because the budget is tight. So it's going to take a lot of creativity and shopping around to make sure that we are still able to source quality food outside of what we grow and raise. And I know without a doubt that this can be done. So thank you so much for watching, and may the Lord bless and keep you until next time.